Okay, so I would like to present you this great test, this great book by GM Kuljasevic, the How to Study Chess on Your Own Workbook, exercises and training for club players from 1800 to 2100 ELO. Now, as you can see, I already put a position. The book has practically a lot of training, and that's what I want to do because I think it's especially made for videos on YouTube or other format. He says that practically you should do tactics, middle game, end game, like in finding the best move, or a simulation. In this case is a simulation because this is called find a mini plan. Find a mini plan. This is example free in the book, and we can already do it to see if you like it. Eventually buy the book, but you can follow the exercises I make from this book because they are great in my opinion. The game was played between Kevin Wang and Oliver Barbosa in New York 2022. You are black, okay? And here the text. White has a stable space advantage in this middle game. Black controls some outposts in return. For the following exercises, I suggest spending up to 5 minutes on each move. You can use a folded sheet of paper or a bookmark to cover the text below, so that you don't see the move that you are trying to guess. As you can see, this is what I don't like, because I cannot really put something in front because I will see the thing. But with the video format, you just pause the video and try to guess the move, right? So you should do the same for the simulation exercise introduced later in this chapter. Exercise. It is black to move. Your task is to find the best mini plan. Okay? The mini plan obviously has also a move. So now you pause the video, 5 minutes. For 5 minutes you try to find the mini plan. Okay? And I will continue from there. Okay, black continue with knight e7. And here he says, this is the best move in the position for 2 reasons. Firstly, it allows us to maneuver the knight to f5 or d5. So, the idea when he told you outpost, he meant these two. And secondly, it increases the scope of a black queen. In general, we should strive to maximize our piece's potential and coordination while carrying out such mini plans. Now is the perfect moment to introduce scoring, a valuable feature of most exercises in the workbook. This is a workbook. You can earn a score for virtually every move or variation you analyze as part of exercise. I would like to credit Grandmaster Daniel King and his column How Good Is Your Chess in the magazine Chess for this teaching method. In this instance you get 2 points, 2, for knight e7. I also provide a score for the most important alternative. Thus you earn 1 point for either knight d5, 1 point, or bishop e7, 1 point. In both cases, black improves his position slightly, but the potential of the c6 knights remains untapped. You get no credit for any other suggestion, even if it is a decent move that doesn't blunder anything or worsen your position. This way, I would like to encourage you to look for the most purposeful moves and plans. So, we were knight e7, the best, no? And now white plays knight c5. After the opponent's response, you have a new assignment, exercise. Black to move. what is the best square for the queen. So again, you pause the video, okay, and for 5 minutes, and you decide which one is the best square for the queen. And here, if you are ready, I give you the answer. Queen c6, 2 points. This is the ideal square, but you could have fought queen d5, and this is only 1 point, so try to write on a piece of paper how many points, because in the end I will tell you how much you can score, okay? So you score 2 points if you played knight e7, and 1 point for queen d5, 2 points for queen c6, okay? So, queen d5 1 point seems to be more active, but it leaves the queen more exposed to enemy attacks. For example, it could follow with rook a c1, knight d7, knight c3, and the queen has to flee. So that is the problem. Now let me pause on my side because I have to return back to the real position. Okay, I think I put the pieces in the correct position. So the move queen c6 was 2 points, queen d5 1 point. Now there is queen c8, 1 point. Okay. Why only 1 point? Because it says on the other hand this queen c8 is solid but much more passive than the text move. Okay, so the text move was queen c6. Notice that the two players of this game, Kevin Wang is 2389, which means he's all international master or FIDE master. Oliver Barbosa was 2505, which should be a Grand Master. Rook a c1, okay, so we are in this position, and now he asks you again, exercise. How would you continue as black? Okay, how would you continue as black? Which means now you pause the video 5 minutes and try to find what you would play as black. If you are ready, I will continue for you. The move is knight d7, 2 points. 2 points. It makes sense to quickly deal with white's most annoying piece, the c5 knight. Sometimes it's best to put your main plan on hold to address a more pressing positional issue. Nonetheless, you also get 2 points for knight f5, okay, a logical continuation of our mini plan. Black could aim to exchange the c5 knight with the bishop e7, okay. As you solve these exercises, you will learn that it is not uncommon that the alternatives are just as good or even better than the main line. Okay, the main line was knight d7. So don't be immediately discouraged if you see that your solution doesn't match the text. Now, this was the position. 2 points for this, 2 points for this, right? And now there is another possible move. Knight b d5. A fine choice, since black prepares to expel the knight with b6. So expel, it's all about outpost and expelling the enemy from an outpost. White does not want to trade the queens due to his space advantage, so he should continue with queen d3. After a logical sequence like knight takes e3, f takes e3, b6, and knight e4, he seems to have a preferable position. Okay, so However, for a knight d5 you just get 1 point, okay? You don't get 2 points. Now I return back to the position, so I will pause the video on my side. Just give me a sec. Okay, so I think I put the position back. Remember, the exercise was how would you continue as black, knight d7, best move 2 points. Now white continues with bishop g5. White wants to swap his bad dark square bishop. However, this is a poor choice. It would have been better to play queen b3. Knight takes c5. Rook takes c5. Would have been better. The position would have remained roughly balanced after queen a6. Okay? So we are in this position. White has played bishop g5. Exercise. It's your turn again. The tension in the position has increased. How would you continue? Again, pause the video. 5 minutes, try to find how you would continue. If you're ready, I continue, okay? Knight takes c5. 2 points. The simplest solution. Black looks forward to the piece trades because they neutralize white's space advantage. Now, if instead of knight takes c5 you would have played knight f5, here you would have got only 1 point. It is also good in further exchanges. However, the game continuation is more precise. So the game continuation is knight takes c5. I honestly think that guys, you can really enjoy these videos and this book in this way more than just having to read it by yourself. But there are so many exercises that obviously I cannot make them all, but it's really enjoying this way. So how did white continue? D takes c5. Once more, white didn't want to trade the queens, but it seems it was better, okay? He's telling you that it was better. Now there is a last time that you have to guess the move. Exercise. Black to move. How would you punish white's play? And again, pause the video for 5 minutes and try to think, okay? This is really what will make you improve in chess. The move was knight f5. 1 point, an elegant move. Not only did we complete the knight maneuver that we initiated in the starting position, but we also prevented our opponent activity with knight d4, okay, because it could play this, so this move prevents knight d4. That's the important thing. After the bishop's trade, black will get his rooks to the d file. He can claim a slight but comfortable advantage due to the overextended white pawns and his control over the important outposts like d5 and f5. You receive no credit if you played knight d5 or any other move that allows white to play knight d4. So it's logical, okay? Or does not expedite the exchange of the bishop. Okay, that's it. That's the important thing. Once you have completed the exercise, you can tally the points you earn. So try to count how many points you have made. In the book, the maximum number of points you could have made was 9, okay? And this concludes the exercise of example number 3, called Define a Mini Plan, okay? I will eventually show you other exercises from this beautiful book. Please try to give this book a try, because I think it's really good and worth it for those that are interested in being club players from 1800 to 2100.